So my app vector clock has reached version 2.0, that's internal version 021C, and I know you guys are probably sick of updates about this, but this is actually the biggest update to date, and so I just wanted to go over the features really quick. If you'll notice up here that this is a URL attached to my website, this is the web version of the app, and it's available 24/7 if anybody wants to just check it out without having to download the app. And you can also view the source code if you're really curious about how all the functions work and so forth. Probably the most significant addition to this update would be themes. So I have 3 themes in total now. There's the modern theme, which is the one you can see, and then there's classic and minimal. And each element of the clock has a theme so that you can style each element individually. I'll just give you a quick example of how that works. Like, say I want to change everything to the minimal theme. I just click all the minimal buttons, and then I'm able to selectively disable pretty much every single other feature that I don't like say I don't want the moon and the sun. I can turn those off or on depending on my preference. AM and PM is kind of special. I selectively enabled these to be turned on and off, external to the full selection, so that if people just wanted to turn off those AM and PM indicators, they could. Okay, what else? Alright, second biggest change to this version would be the moon. I've coded this so now it accurately reflects the current lunar phase. So when you open the app, it should show you the current phase of the moon, and it updates twice a day at midnight and at noon, so it should stay relatively accurate. Okay, in addition to the previous randomization feature, which is the ability to randomize all the colors, I made a quick little patch to before somehow the AM band had gotten excluded because of the way that Visual Studio required my code to be modified. So I patched that, and now every element changes like it should. In addition to adding the overall randomization, there's a color randomization for each individual element as well. So like, say I like everything here except for the color of the hand, then you can click these little buttons and scroll through an infinite number of random colors for each individual element. And as always, you still have the ability to select colors from this pull down list, which is now in an array, which greatly reduced the size of the code base. So that was also a major innovation with this release. Okay, you get the idea. Yeah, so that's basically everything I've added to this latest update, and I'm very pleased with the results so far. I've had downloads from over 20 different countries, and as far as I can tell from the metrics, like hundreds of acquisitions since the clock launched, so that's pretty cool. I personally prefer the web version because for some reason the Microsoft app control limits the size that you can reduce the window to in scale. This can actually go, in a browser window, can go ridiculously small. This is probably the minimal size that you would actually want to go, but it's just kind of convenient. Like, I tend to have this clock running sort of in the corner of my display or on one of my other view screens, just so I can keep track of the time. And in the browser, you're able to scale a lot more dynamically, which I just think is kind of nice. Yeah, I made a lot of other changes, but they'll be in the change log if you want like the details. So you can go to like view page source and then go down to the bottom here, and this is pretty much all of the changes since version 0.15, which is the base, and that's when I started changing and updating. So yeah, anyway, totally free. Enjoy. Thanks for watching.